right, cool. So this is my app that I have built over. Well, I actually built this today using Claude, and it's because of the process of trying to send out emails to different different recruiters, different companies. It's a really daunting process, really. I mean, there are lots of job sites and stuff like that that you can use to do this as well to send out emails to you know recruiters. But I just wanted something that was quite simple that I could feed an email list and have it execute on sending out pretty much a sort of generic email, a sort of mail merge sort of vibe, if you guys are familiar with that in Microsoft Word. So I just wanted to set up something like that. It was pretty simple to code. So I built it using Node.js. And of course, Claude is the one that did the work. It's not that I'm not capable of doing the work, but in this day and age, why would I, right? I'll just review what has been done by Claude, ensure that it does what it's supposed to do. And from what I'm seeing, it's looking pretty good. I've actually tested it myself, and I'm going to be putting it on GitHub in a public repository to just share it. And for those who want to take it and extend it and do what they want with it, have it serve their purpose. I think that's also solid. So I'm just going to go ahead and fire the command line tool here on Windows. And it shouldn't be much of a different process for persons who are on Linux or a Mac to actually get this thing working, right? So I'm just going to get this started. Huh. All right, so apparently I was in the wrong folder, so I actually need to go to the source code folder. I guess this is what happens when you stop writing your own code, right? You forgot where the files are. Right, so we're going to fire up Node.js and get this thing running. Just wait for it to come up. All right, cool. As you can see, it's running. My SMTP is not configured, and that's because on the SMTP, it actually requires for you to put some information there. It's explained, it will be explained on the repo as well, right? The SMTP password, which is something requires specific permissions, but it's outlined right here to generate that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll be generating that off screen, right? And setting that up. And once it's set up, I'll show you. Let me show you. So what the server looks like when SMTP is not set up is that it will say it's not configured, right? So once it's configured, this orange dot will change to a green dot indicating that it is properly configured. And then we'll do a quick test and ensure that it's doing what it's doing. So let me set up off screen, right? I can show you guys the example of what I don't want to expose, obviously, my credentials. And that's the reason why I want to do this off screen. But this is pretty much safe to show all of this. This is safe information. This is an example of what it's supposed to look like. I'm just missing the password. That's what I'll be adding off screen. And once I get it, I'll restart the server and I'll show you guys that we have a green dot and we're good to go. Right, so we're back. And I have changed the configuration. So I'm just going to stop the server and restart it. And once it's restarted, you should see that we're configured. We're good to go. Now it's saying ready. Here you could see it was not configured. And once I refresh this, you can see that it has changed from orange to green to indicate that the server has been configured. You can do a quick test here to see, okay, credentials are good. We can get connected, right? I'm going to just use my email address here. And so just use one of my Google email address, gmail.com, right? And before you can get this thing to work, you have to hit parse list. You can use a space to separate the list of emails, or you can use commas. I personally prefer using commas. That seems a bit more neater, but If spaces are your thing, then you can go ahead and do that, right? This is the template that we're using, and if you want to see what the template looks like, you can do a dry run, right? The dry run really does nothing except just shows you what would happen if the email is sent, or you can do a preview to show you what the actual rendered email would look like once it's sent out. The attachments also, you just need to put these in the attachment folder that will be a part of the workspace once you pull it from the GitHub. So that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to actually send this email to myself right now, like literally a real execution. So once your SMTP is set up, sorry, you're good to go, right? Your SMTP set up, you're good to go. You can actually send real emails from your local. I'm running from my local host. You don't need to be deployed to a server or anything like that for this thing to work, right? There are other things that can be done, like saving, templates and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get into that for this particular video. I want to keep it as short as possible. So I'm just going to say, I'm just going to go ahead and actually uncheck this, the dry run, which causes it to go into live mode, and it will actually send an email for real to this email address that I have here, which is one of my Gmail addresses. So let me go ahead and send this and see if it works. It should. Okay, cool, great. And okay, so let me go ahead and load up my email, and I'll switch to that one. And here we have it, right? Along with the resume attached, looking good. I think this is great. It's a pretty simple resume that I attached for this test purpose. And as you can see, the content has been rendered properly. It reads pretty well. You can choose what you want your content to be. You can make that modification. But yes, that's it in a nutshell. That's what I wanted to share. Thank you for watching.